Are you listening? Damn. Yeah.
Another episode of Trash Talk. TJ O'Connor with me as always, Damian the Wolverine Hill. Trash Talk is being joined tonight by the one, the only CJ motherfucking Hayes, who's fighting February 21st at LFA 82 Mystic Lake Casino. But first, Trash Talk is always brought to you by our sponsors, Valhalla Combat Sports Incorporated, Ink Shrinks Tattoo, Origin Wellness CBD, Spartan Martial Arts, James Clark Sports Psychology and Hypnosis Therapy, The Fighters, and me mom. How you doing tonight, man?
I'm good, right, man? How you guys doing?
Doing good. No complaints, man. It's been just a little bit since we've had you on. I think it was December 31st was the last day.
Yeah.
And we were talking about this fight itself, I guess we ended that interview talking about this fight. We didn't actually start it off talking about it. We were rambling for a long ass time, dude.
At the trash can, baby.
Yeah. So before we get too far into this interview, I want to kind of just bring up some of the things that you said in the last fight.
Mm-hmm.
In the last pre-fight interview or inside the trash can interview. You had brought up the fact that he's a top guy in jiu-jitsu. He's very accomplished in jiu-jitsu and loves to play the top game. And that doesn't necessarily match up in the way that you put it. It doesn't necessarily match up that well against somebody who's a wrestler who doesn't enjoy being on their back and also is really good on the top. How do you feel that the way I just put it, how do you feel like that matches up between the two of you?
Well, I am obviously biased, and I'm going to say I'm a better wrestler because that's just sheer fact. But you never know in the fight. Like hopefully it goes my way when it gets there. I feel like I've been doing enough preparation to where if it does go there, he's not going to be able to put me down. If he did, he's not going to be able to keep me down. He's going to wear himself out. If he tries to make this a wrestling match, he's going to wear himself out. And I'm ready to go that deep, been hitting my sprints. I know you guys see, I've been hitting my sprints, 5 a.m., doing my thing.
Yeah.
Actually this morning, speaking of how I was mentioning Disney Plus earlier, I got up this morning. We got up so early. We hit our workout. I got home so early still that I was able to watch Moana before work. That was the best way to start. Anyway, back to this. I've been busting my ass. I'm ready. I'm ready to. I'm ready if it goes to the ground. I'm ready if it stays on the feet. I don't know. I don't think he has much for me. He's athletic. He's big. He's strong. He hits hard. But other than that, what's he really got for me? And that's not disrespect to him. He's just not there yet. So
no, that's fair to say. You're matched up, but you're about to go fight this dude. You're supposed to feel like, oh no, he's gonna beat me. No, So I totally understand that. But you mentioned that you feel like he might try to gas himself, or he might gas himself out trying to grapple with you. Do you feel like he's gonna try to use his grappling as a wrestling offense right away and to drag you into the jiu-jitsu world? Or do you think that, because we both know from wrestling experience and from being inside the cage as well, takedowns in MMA and the takedowns that they rely on in jiu-jitsu aren't necessarily the same as a wrestling takedown. There's trips, there's sweeps, I guess, or guard pulling, if you're one of the guys that does that. But do you think that he's going to try to like grind it out in the grappling world and try to make sure he goes to the ground? Or do you think that he has other takedowns or other ways to bring it to the ground without necessarily grinding it out or gassing himself out, if you will?
Well, I'm sure, he's competed in Muay Thai. I'm sure he probably has a good sweep, something, but here's how I see it's going to go down. He's going to start trying to grapple me the second he feels the first overhand, which, it doesn't take long for me to let it go. And so how I see it, he's long. He he likes to hit real hard. So I'm sure he likes a nice, solid, straight up the middle, long cross, and I'm going to eat that shit. and then I'm just going to, back up, hit him with the cram, just hit him with that cold cram. And then he's not going to like it anymore. And he'll either try to grapple me or he's going to try to charge in and push me up against the fence. And then that's grappling to me at this point. So, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'll initiate it. Who knows? Maybe that right cross hits me and I go, I don't really want to be here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if Mystic Lake has that fucking star background again, man. I told you guys about that last time where I got head kicked, and the first thing I saw was that backdrop that they had behind the ring.
Yeah,
stars. Why would they do stars when you're in a fight? Like, they better change that shit. Like,
flares or something.
Dude, I got head kicked, and that was the first thing. It was pink, and I saw the stars, and I was like, no. I was like, backdrop. You're okay.
That's actually really fucking funny. That's hilarious, dude. Oh my god. So like being rocked, you're already metaphorically seeing stars, and then they force you to see some motherfucking stars.
It's quite literally a mind fuck. So you talk about this fight, and I think this is a very good fight. We talk about all the time, styles make matchups, styles make fights, and I think stylistically this is a really good one. Obviously, I'm a fan of what you bring, and seeing his fights, I'm a fan of what he brings as well. I think this fight could be on the feet, on the ground. I don't think it really matters. I think it matches up really well. Mentally here, this is your first fight in how long? And I think that always seems to be the topic every time we talk to you is something happening. Now we're 2 weeks out. I mean, when you're fighting LFA, it's almost good to go. How ready are you mentally? We've talked about the physical aspects. How mentally ready are you to get in the cage here in less than 2 weeks?
Well, like I said in the last interview, really important parts is this camp has been being able to take a step back for a minute and not have a fight and kind of work on myself, my self-help, self-care, everything like that, just taking care of me. I feel mentally just ready for war. I feel like I've gone through enough mental warfare in the past couple months and having all these fights fall through and going through that roller coaster. I just feel like I'm like hungry. I'm hungry again, like when I won TBAs, I could give a fuck if I had a fight right after that. After this last fight, I had to heal up and I was like, I don't care, dude. I ruled ass when I went out there and did my thing. And I know I'll get another one. I don't need one anytime soon, that kind of deal. But right now I'm like, having all these ones fall through. I'm like, God damn, when am I going to fight? And now I have somebody that actually wants to fight and he's good. And I'm like, all right, this is going to happen. He's from a good gym. He's been training hard. Let's go fucking slug it out, man. Let's have a good scrap. So mentally, I'm just ready, man. Obviously, this camp has been grueling, and I'm 2 more hard weeks of like hard pushing, and then we get a taper off, and I cannot wait for that last week, man.
Yeah.
I'm just jogging and sauna and
yeah. Dude, I know it has to be a little extra motivation behind you when you know that you're fighting a guy who's going to show up, who comes from a legit team, legit atmosphere, and also the fact of what you were saying that you haven't had a fight that you haven't, I guess all the fights that for yourself have been falling through, that's got to be a little bit of extra motivation knowing that he's going to show up and actually come and perform. Damn it. I did it again, TJ. I forgot my question.
Yes, well, I agree with that statement, sir.
Yeah, save me, TJ.
No, so just his agreement's what made me laugh. But just bringing it back, so you mentioned all the work that's been going in here. Obviously, we talked many times.
Nope, sorry, TJ. I remembered now. I remembered. because I was gonna mention all the hard work that you're putting in because you're facing a guy that's actually gonna come and fight you. I asked you this the last interview. We're a lot closer to the fight now. What's your weight at?
Oh, my weight's good now, baby. It has trended downwards significantly. We're not 40 pounds over. We're all set for, like decent sized water cut this time. He's bigger, so I wanted to stay a little bigger this camp too. Add a little extra protein, a little bit extra sweet potato into my meal plans and stuff like that, and get carbs in. No, I should have like a 10 to 15 pound water cut. It should be pretty easy. So
okay. Have you done anything different than you have in your previous weight cuts getting ready for this fight?
Well, this is my first full camp with like the lock-in and everything, with the last fight falling through. I mean, I was on it for a minute, but no, I feel great. I feel like, I guess the best way I can explain Ben Locken's diet plan is like a predatory animal, like a lion or something. I know that sounds weird and I sound like a nerd saying this shit, but but no, it's a lion doesn't give a fuck what it ate on Tuesday, it cares what it ate the whole week, like all 7 days, and like it all like adds up, and like throughout the week, that's like where I'm feeling like I'm peaking, because our hardest days are Friday, Saturdays, like with the sparring heavy and everything like that. I feel good on those days. Like back before, like you're suffering all week and stuff like that. All of a sudden you feel like dog shit by the weekend, and then you don't even want to spar. So like you go out there and like get mad easier, you open up easier, you're crabby, you don't want to be there. So like I've been feeling like I've been wanting to train. I feel like really good. I also feel pretty well rested. Also think that's due to Disney Plus, because been chilling with that shit on my off time.
So I do have to ask, just because it's come up once or twice, is Disney Plus a new paid sponsorship?
No, I wish I was getting that Disney fuck you money. But if I was getting that Disney fuck you money, I wouldn't even be fighting. Let's be real here.
Oh man,
I wouldn't be wearing a unicorn onesie. It would be Mickey Mouse, son.
Man, I feel like we deserve a Disney Plus sponsorship, just because now I'm gonna go out and actually buy it. Like they can just pay me in like 3 or 4 free memberships, because TJ has a kid and a girl, so they need their own account. They can't share. I'm gonna need my account. I'm probably gonna end up dating a girl who already has kids, so the kid's gonna need an account too. So like come on, y'all.
Yeah.
Disney Plus, what up?
I also need that kickback Disney Plus for all the months I've already paid you. So I talk about that too.
All right. Now, enough about Disney Plus. Let's talk about CJ Hayes plus LFA. You mentioned in the previous interview that this is probably, or not this fight specifically is going to be your last amateur fight, but you do plan on going pro by the end of 2020. Do you plan, or do you think that your first pro MMA fight would be for LFA, or do you even think that your first pro fight would be in MMA? Would it be in kickboxing or in boxing even?
No, it's definitely going to be MMA. I'll tell you that much. For the pro debut, it has to be. That's what I'm here for. I mean, I love Muay Thai, and I want to continue to compete in it even when I go pro. I love kickboxing. I just like combat sports, man. So I want to keep doing everything, but I'm made for MMA, and that's why I joined MMA. In the first place, I joined the cellar with every intention to be an MMA fighter. So hopefully it's LFA, it could be anything though, really. I'll take whatever right away. And as long as I know the promotion, let's not get shit twisted again. We're not having no myth showdown again. But
all right. I wasn't planning on actually bringing it up, but it's one of those things that I think, based off of my last post, is a little bit relevant because I've been calling in. I guess I called out a lot of promotions. You
Yeah.
know, I mean, I guess I
You ruffled
fucking
some
I called
feathers
out.
with that post,
eh,
but
I oh, what'd you say? Sorry.
you ruffled some feathers with that post, buddy.
Yeah, dude. And I'm like, and I said that I called out some promoters. I guess I called out every promoter that has ever existed in MMA. I mean, and it wasn't intentionally. I was calling out the actions, and then it just happened to play out the way that it did. And there's some people that don't fit the category that I was speaking on at all, I guess, you know, or even come close to it, or, you know, or even maybe some of what I said comes across as one-sided or from the outside looking in, and not from an I don't know, from a loyal promoter's perspective and shit like that. But could you elaborate a little bit on what actually went down? If you would, if you don't want to, we don't have to. I'm just asking.
I don't want to get like too much into it, but because the past is the past. It just was a learning lesson for me. No more favors unless you're my family, my like best friends, or my teammates. I don't like. I just don't plan on handing out too many favors anymore for people that think, oh, you can sell a bunch of tickets. We want you on this card. Let me sell $3,000 worth of tickets, let me weigh in, and not even give my opponent a contract. Kind of bullshit. That's why ticket sales for this fight are not as not as extravagant as last time, because people are a little hesitant this time, which sucks because that didn't hurt their promotion or whatever. They played themselves, man. But no, that hurt me. That hurt my fans, So this one's for my fans, because I have a lot of people that are still going to come, but they're like, no offense to you, man, I'm buying them at the gate, and I don't blame them. Don't blame them. So basically, this one's for the fans. This one's to get it back, because it wasn't anything that I did wrong, but it was a wrong done to my guys,
Yeah.
So that's another motivation for this fight coming up. It's just like bullshit like that that's kind of affected my base of support, my baseline, and stuff like that. Now, I'm not clout chasing any bullshit like that. I just want to go out there, put on a good show, hopefully get an overhand knockout, sing this guy a little lullaby, and get my fan base back, because I miss that.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, what happened was really unfortunate. It actually happened on a boxing card that didn't that went down not too long ago, where they had a guy who was a ticket seller on the card, but they never actually had an opponent for him.
Yeah,
and they never said anything until the day of weigh-ins.
That sounds familiar. Let them make weight too, I bet.
Nah, actually they weren't that big of an asshole, but they told him to be quiet and not to tell anybody. They
let me make weight, buddy.
yeah, so like that's one thing, and then it brought into question like them doing that to you screwed you over, helped out the promotion a lot, but then going into this fight, it's still screwing you over, because like you said, most of the people said that they're going to get their tickets at the door. You don't get a percentage of what they buy at the door, you get a percentage of what they buy from you, and it's only because of what somebody else did to you that allows them to, or that's making them not buy the tickets from you, which is screwing you over like that. It's not right, and we don't got to dwell on it too much more. I just don't like that. But going into this fight, gaining your fans back, you mentioned the overhand right. Is that how you plan to do it? Is that how you plan to get all your fans back?
Let me tell you something, Damian Hill. Yeah, I'm wearing my onesie. Yeah, I got my little teddy right here, and I'm ready to sing him a lullaby. Yeah. I might even kiss this fist before it gets wrapped up, just so he gets a nice little smooch with it. Yeah. Because I am coming out on top February 21st. Mark my words. Yeah.
TJ. Cool.
That's it. I mean, there's nothing for me to say before we wrap this interview up. CJ Hayes, open platform. Who do you want to thank? Let them all know why they should come get tickets.
I got so many people to thank. You know, my girlfriend Jess always being a huge support in my camp. You know, obviously Coach Locken, Mauricio Cara, Chris Saikon. You know, like these guys putting in day out for me. Congratulations to Coach Ben for the newborn baby. She's beautiful, and Coach Katie. And then congratulations to Bobby Lee for signing with Bellator MMA. That's fucking dope. Other than that, I just want to thank like all my friends, particularly my best friend Josh. You know, he's been my best friend since, you know, we're like 11 years old. So and he's always just been here for every single camp, every single fight. Other than that, just my family, my friends, everybody at the cellar. Also dealing with my overhands and all my antics like I just pulled, especially leading up to the fight. But yeah, and thank you guys for having me on. Seriously, like I love doing these interviews, and I just love fucking fighting, man. This is the shit, you know.
Dude, well, we love having you on, and we love watching you fight. So it's a win-win for us every time.
Yeah.
Every time.
Oh yeah.
So don't hesitate. I know you might feel slighted. This is from me. You might feel slighted from the previous incident. Do not hesitate. Buy your tickets before they sell out. February 21st, LFA 82. Select the fighter. CJ Hayes. Get there. Be square. L7 weenie. You're killing me, Smalls. Insert another Sandlot quote here. Subscribe to Trash Talk with Damian and TJ. Most importantly, Damian, tell them.
Don't be a hoe.
Don't be a hoe.
All right, TJ, hold.